We'll see how it sounds. It says, oh, wait a minute. You might be live now. Let's see. Oh, there we are. Dixie Mae's first.
Oh, Dixie Mae, he is always first. Hey, I had to buy a new mic, Dixie Mae. Can you hear me? I'm not using the mic. The girl has the mic. Hey, hello, Signal Guy. How you doing? Am I live on the right channel? Which channel am I live on? I don't know.
Trucking Review channel.
Okay. Am I not subscribed to myself?
Tom Bush says hi. Ratman Roden says sounds good. Big Mulholland says hello from Michigan. Low-sighted guy says hey.
Hey, low-sighted
TJ
guy.
Jones Bull of the Wood says giggity. That's what's his name from Family Guy says. Quagmire.
All right, let's roll, guys. We had to get some chicken and walk the dog.
Can you see the dog park? Walter got loose in the dog park. Well, we let him loose. And he didn't even appreciate it. He didn't try and run off or nothing. If he was not caged, he would have tried to run off. They have a nice dog park here, though. It's actually fairly big. We cleaned up the poopy, and it was clean and nice.
There was no alligators, no iguanas.
Boa constrictors.
All right, guys, I was talking to y'all earlier. We need to have a snake roundup down here. I think it'd be a lot of fun if we initiated a snake roundup.
I think he's insane. Truck DJ Time says welcome. Low side guy says, did you blow the horn and wake up the wonderful lady?
No, Walter did.
Walter woke me up. The dogs, if they decide it's time for you to get up, little dog will keep putting his nose just barely on you, and then his whiskers will tickle your cheek, and it's almost like a fly or something, but it's his little nose and whiskers, and you've got to wake up when it happens. Sue and Sam say hi, guys.
Hey, Sue and Sam, how are you doing?
Tom says, how's the dogs? Oh, I should also add that there's a Chester's chicken here. So we got some livers and gizzards and some chicken strips. The livers were not fresh, so they got some extra liver and gizzard crunchies.
They got some givers?
Yeah, they got some givers crunchies. So they should be fat and sassy and happy.
The dogs are very kind, Tom.
Dixie says you forgot to say I was first.
Dixie, you're first. Dixie.
Lizard roundup, yes.
I think it could be a ball.
Is he talking about iguana roundup, or is he talking about lot lizard roundup?
Dixie's talking about lot lizards. I'm talking about iguanas.
He was just telling me that we all come down here. Oh, it's raining. Did you see that?
It's Florida.
For what, a python roundup or something?
Yes, pythons, gizzards.
I'm pretty sure that truck just ran that light bigger than crap. You seen him zip through there while our light was green? Never trust people. Look both directions, even if you do have a green light on one street. Oh, hold on. The refrigerator's not closed.
All right. Get after it, girl.
Hold on.
First noises. She's hilarious.
What are you saying?
And you're hilarious. Well, this seems to work okay, but it's too short, so I gotta work on that. But I'll fix it, guys.
What happened earlier?
What happened earlier?
I woke up and the refrigerator door was open and the celery was on the floor.
Nobody ate?
No, it was still in the bag.
Okay.
I don't know if, I'm pretty sure I wasn't daydreaming or night dreaming. I didn't latch properly, maybe.
She's having daydreams about night things in the middle of the afternoon.
Let's see. Ralph Floto says, what's up? Greg Mahan says, did you find a lot lizard? LOL. Mike Dazzle says, glad we can hear y'all now. Hi again. Neil Pence says, I'd rather herd cats than do a snake roundup.
Herd cats. That's funny.
Cats are vicious. They will. You ever get in a fight with a cat?
Yes, I've gotten in a fight with a cat.
I've gotten to fight with about every farm animal. I have a healthy respect for all of them.
You're a special girl.
White Lizard Fest again, says Trucker DJ Time. Plain Murphy, no snow tonight. You want to know how to drive?
We need all the help we can get, according to some of the comments I get on them videos.
It's 80 degrees here. I'm liking the no snow tonight.
Yeah, it's nice.
Dwayne says not keto. You're right, Dwayne, it wasn't.
Nope.
You know, occasionally we'll get chicken strips, or sometimes I'll get like a fish and it has a little breading on it. And, you know, if I didn't, I'd probably lose weight quicker. I don't think I've lost any weight for a while. I just am maintaining. But I ain't that serious.
Baby, you've got the metabolism of a slug.
Yes, thank you. Y'all, let me tell you about his compliment. One day he informed me that I had the beautiful color of the underbelly of a catfish.
Look,
How is that a compliment? My skin complexion, tone, whatever you want to call it, I look like the underbelly of a catfish. That is not a compliment. And then one day he told me I had cowhide too.
Cowhide.
That's what he said.
Funny.
What's going on up here? Floridians? Are that what they're called? Floridians?
Oh, they're all truck drivers at heart. Or crackheads.
Or motorcyclists. He's got some nice backs there.
Yeah, he does.
And they are nice looking. Oh, I gotta go back to comments. I'm over here checking out the motorbike. I never thought I'd be checking out motorbikes. He's got a triangle light too, see that? Or it looks like an upside down house.
It's either a Victory or an Indian or something like that.
Says, where are you two heading now? Miami. Trade you temps. It's minus 30 here. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Dwayne says, hello, princess. Hello, Dwayne. Duh. At least it ain't ice.
That's right. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, we sat in the little dog park for, 30 or 40 minutes at least?
Yeah. Look, this guy on the motorcycle, he don't even have a jacket on, right? He's just it's so comfortable.
Yeah, but down here for them, this might be their cool time of year.
It is.
When we met Mowgli and Jenna in Arizona, because they're used to when the sun went down and it got like 75 or 80 degrees, Jenna was they were both breaking out the jackets.
Yeah.
And we're like, before we were sweating up a storm and it was getting nice of an evening, but they're so used to it for them, day was normal, and then when it cooled down, they're like, oh, it's getting cool. Cooled down to 80. We love you, Mowgli and Jenna. It's just where you're from, If you're in Seattle, it's minus 30, and you're like, yay, let's go skiing. Or water skiing. Let's see. John says, I then said that. No, I didn't. Wishing I was there. I am in the truck, in the shop, leaking coolant. Well, that's no good. Maybe it's just a hose. Maybe they can just fix it.
Maybe. Hey, road less traveled. How are you doing? I seen you're coming back on the road.
What's he coming back on the road for?
He's coming back on the road to chase hoochie. Put it up as I go.
Sometimes I do that too. John's in Illinois.
I don't know. But there is no tornadoes down here, but it's lightning. But
Dad called a while ago and said there was a bunch in here.
Oh, Jersey trucker, I went to get some Guatemalan coffee, and it was going to cost me about $32 or something for 30 ounces of it. It was awful expensive. I had to save my money before I can buy any Guatemalan coffee, apparently. It's the same price as the 1850 coffee.
They didn't have it in the regular brand. They just had the expensive brand.
Oh, that's why it was expensive?
Yeah, that's why it was more. They just had the expensive brands, because some of them Walmarts have 2 rows of coffees, and some of them have like a half a row.
Look at there. A good old boy from Missouri's in the house. Conway, how are you doing?
He's sitting around the shack. Fun Ken off.
Ken off.
No, fun,
yeah.
Ken, like relatives.
Right.
Jersey Trucker says, what, $32? Wow. We were in Ohio. Maybe they don't have a big demand for it there or something.
It was $8 for every 12 ounces. and I buy 30 ounces of coffee at a time, so it's going to be 8, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, $26 for the same 30 ounces that I normally pay $7 for.
He's made me into a coffee addict.
You are. You're a crackhead connoisseur now.
Y'all, I don't know what he's talking about. The other day, someone has, and actually it's not me, but someone in this truck has severe issues operating the coffee pot. So the other day he put 6 cups worth of grounds in there.
It was really good.
And somehow he only got 2 cups of coffee when he claims he put 6 cups of water in there. So instead of just saying, oh, well, I'll add 4 more cups so I can get my coffee, he just decided to drink his 2 cups of 6 cups strength coffee. When we switched over, I had to tell him to sit down and quit moving around because he was agitating me. He was all hyped up.
You shouldn't be mean to me like that.
Hyped up on the coffee.
Let me be myself.
I'm driving, and he was running around like a chicken with his head chopped off. We got some country folks in here. They know how them chickens with their head chopped off are. Conway says he's fine as front hair. How about you guys? Looks like easy travels tonight. John Harmon says, OMG, was he bouncing off the walls? Literally, yes, he was. But you won't hear him say it. He'll say, oh no, I was being productive.
I was.
See? Robust Travel says he drinks John Wayne style. Yes, he chewed.
I've got a wrench. Tobar's got a wrench in this channel, but I don't have a wrench in his channel. That is messed up.
Do I have one?
I don't know.
I probably don't.
I gotta do something about that.
Oh, I have one.
Oh, you do?
I can't believe I got a wrench in there.
Crazy.
Tobar said we're silly.
Well, you know how he is. He's always talking crap.
Conway says that's dang near legal meth. You're chewing coffee.
Hey, when you get that many cups of coffee and that little water, it was really good, guys.
Now, wait a minute. We got some freaking great coffee. I don't think it was the last time. When we went to Miami on that little side road, there was like some little bitty market in this little bitty building, and nobody that worked there spoke English. Some guy at the bar ordered for us because it was also a bar, and they had wonderful coffee, but it was like in a shot glass.
Maybe that was Cuban coffee.
I don't know what it was, but it was wonderful.
That's
coffee in a shot glass.
That's what we went to get, guys. We went to get the Cuban coffee.
Cuban. We should get some more. Hey, we might get the motorbikes down. We can get some Cuban coffee, and we can run around like the Flintstones on the motorbikes.
Oh, well, I was thinking we get down here and call up the Asian Ma, and he's got a bike.
Oh! Now, you got to tell him he can't laugh at me if I fall over, though.
Oh, he wouldn't laugh. It wouldn't be too bad.
You would be the one laughing.
Yeah, I'd laugh.
Asian might have more sympathy. Jenna would probably even come over and see if I was okay, unlike you.
It's bad traffic down there, though. We could go to South Beach.
Let's see. Women sometimes are hard on the head. That's why men need all the coffee. Low-sighted guy. See, that's why you're low-sighted, because somebody done poked him in the eye, didn't they?
Oh, you're terrible.
Some days.
Guys, we have been watching the Outlander series, and I think that they did something right in there. He whooped his woman's ass with the belt, and maybe I'm going to have to whoop mine with the belt. She's always threatening me and trying to poke me in the eye, so I should whoop her butt.
Y'all, when you see a belt size bruise around his neck and he got a black eye, you'll know that what happened. The truck might be tore up. There might be some glass broken. That'll be a further episode.
Oh, now you're going to choke me.
I'm going to take your belt away from
now
you.
You're getting all sexual about it. I see how you are.
I didn't say he was going to enjoy it. I didn't say I was going to let go so you keep breathing again.
You might be a sadist. You might enjoy it.
That's what he said, sadist. I'm a sadist. What's a sadist? He said that later, though. Oh, Daniel McCarthy. Hey, Lady TRC and Mr. TRC.
My boy Daniel's in the room. I passed Daniel a little bit ago. He was on I-4 going west, and I was going over I-4, and he was wiggling his hiney when he passed.
His shiny hiney?
His shiny hiney on
Conway, for whatever reason, I can't approve your comment. Oh, wait a minute. There it went. Maybe I was just...
He might have just been slow.
It says another moderator just handled this. Who else you got moderating in here? Or was it me?
Nightbot is actually in the room.
No, Nightbot would have said, no, you can't put that on there. Because it was him with the gag ball in his mouth.
Not the gag ball.
See, Nightbot wouldn't approve that.
No.
John Harmon says, my grip stand on its own, it wasn't strong enough for her.
Have you ever been hit with one of them? Hit with one.
Them things, do they even make them like that anymore?
Yeah, they're Stanley thermoses. Yeah,
Low-sighted guy is laughing. He says, see what I started?
I don't know why this buffer. It don't buffer on this one.
Yeah, mine's buffering too, but that one looks fine.
Right.
Hobby Transport said, hey guys, long time no see.
Hey, how you doing?
Ralph Floto said, are you going to do YouTube live? He says we should schedule a bike ride around the outer loop at Matt's.
It'll be too cold to ride.
It depends though. Sometimes it's snowing and sometimes it's 60 degrees.
60 degrees is okay.
It just kind of depends. We could plan on it, but we would also, you know, if it's icy, then...
Our bikes will be with us regardless.
Yeah,
right?
we'll have the bikes.
Yeah.
Daniel says he just got home.
Yes, he did. He's got work to do. Daniel's going to be live streaming. Maybe, right, Daniel? You're going to be doing you worked on your motorcycle. That's going to be cool.
Conway says he means no harm, just like to F off a lot. That's okay, Conway. I was trying to prove your comment.
Oh, yeah.
I was just apparently lagging or something over here, which I don't know why. Oh, guess what I found out today?
Oh, my God, what?
Apparently, all of these girls that play on, I don't know, Instagram or something all the time know this, but I bet the rest of us don't. If you have a Verizon phone plan, you can get Disney Plus, the new streaming service, free for a year. Did you know that?
No, but I've got a Verizon phone.
Yeah. And I bet these guys didn't know it either. I've not heard anybody say anything. And this lady's like, I'm sure you all know. I'm just beating a dead horse. But I signed up for my Disney Plus for free because I'm on Verizon. I'm like, what? What? And I looked it up and there's videos and stuff about it. I didn't know nothing about it.
Oh, boy, we're going to be watching all of... We get to...
Disney. And she was like, oh, it reminds me of my youth and this and that because all the Pixar and, you know.
Hey, I'm just interested in all the superhero movies. We got them all
Oh,
there.
is that a red?
That's the fourth one.
So if you have Verizon, apparently, we'll have to figure it out. We can update later or tell us if you've got it.
And I like the cartoons like How to Train Your Dragon and Wall-E, you know, and that kind of stuff.
Mike says it's buffering quite a bit here. Of course, I have storms here. It's buffering here, too, and I'm not sure why. Well, I mean, it's lightning in, but...
The telephone that's streaming is showing that it's not buffering, but the AT&T phone is buffering, so it has to be
But this
buffering.
Verizon phone is also buffering. And the one that's it's recording on is Verizon. We have every phone plan known to man.
We do.
Let's see. What else do we got? Daniel. Oh, yeah. Daniel says, I have a new bike to reveal next week. I'll be live streaming a lot very soon.
And we'll be there, by golly.
Ralph Floto says, yes. Daniel McCarthy says, motorcycle. I guess he's bicycle.
Yeah.
President Nixon says, hi, guys. Greetings from
We had President Nixon in the room.
Rotoria, North Island, New Zealand. Whereabouts are you at the moment? And what's the time? About time you both took a vacation. Maybe New Zealand. Come visit me in Rotorua. Is it Rotorua?
I don't know, but
I probably butchered it. I'm sorry.
We're ready to go to Hobbit Land.
He likes the Hobbit.
Definitely. I love New Zealand. It is 7 p.m. in Florida at the moment.
7 p.m. in Florida. We are 150 miles away we're between Orlando and Miami, right?
Yeah. Stay away from them big spiders over there in New Zealand.
I don't know what that means. Is New Zealand where they have the wisp in the woods and all that stuff and
No,
fairies?
that's Ireland.
Well, ow! What do hobbits have then?
They have round houses that live in the dirt, round doors, and
what do they do? Come out and chew on your toes at night? Don't they have special powers too?
That's kind of sexual. Hobbits don't have powers.
I'm gonna have to study on my hobbits.
I'm sorry, guys. I have not introduced her to Token, all right? She don't know about hobbits or dragons.
Token is the little boy on South Park.
No, that's a different kind of Token, honey. Is that a cop over there? I mean, I'm being good. Yeah, speed limit 65. I'm being good.
I don't think it's a cop. He's just got Florida plates. Jose Del Valle Trucking says, I do have it for free. Oh, the Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
We'll have to figure out. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere that tells us, but we'll have to figure out how to do it. I didn't even know. And I'm like, what is she talking about?
I had actually saw that and forgot about it.
Shame on you. Let's see. Dixie May says, what's the Verizon thing again? If you have a Verizon phone plan, you can get Disney Plus, that new streaming service with all the Disney movies on it, for free for a year. I guess that's their hook trying to get you off Netflix.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Daniel said they're in Florida at 7 p.m. Mike Datzel says we have Sprint. Lost and Lonely says hello from Tennessee. If you know you're in Tennessee, you ain't lost.
But it might be wet. It was raining in Tennessee when we were there.
It rained all the way past Atlanta. Mrs. Stronger by the Mile says hello. Hello, Mrs. Stronger by the Mile.
How you doing, Mrs. Stronger by the Mile?
Harvey Transport says next year in the rodeo season for me in autumn, I told just to use my horse lady until she finds a new horse. She is still really upset about it, which I told her to take all the time she needs.
Oh, is that P-Bar or?
P-Bar.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about your horse. That was very upsetting. I know how much of a family a horse can be.
They have their own personalities too. If you're ever around them, they'll eat your hair. Or you see those videos where some kid's mean to them and they'll pick them up by their hair and throw them?
I swear to God, that horse laughed at me when I fell down that day, and it laughed and laughed and laughed.
I used to feed horses sugar cubes out of my hand. And then we'd go pick apples off the apple. They knew when it was that time of year, they'd come over and be like, yeah, pick some apples and throw them to young kids. Get over here. You ever hobble a horse?
Why would I do that for?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what a hobbling is.
Because I used to have to go out there as a child and walk around into horses' legs and hobble the horses and let them out so they could go wander around and eat.
So they wouldn't go far.
Yeah, but you know what they learned? They are smart because they learned that I could catch them, but they could hop. They could. So then I had to start leaving a long lead on them because the little butt turds would try and hop away from me, and I was running around out there when I'm 10 years old like an idiot chasing this big giant 1,000-pound horse through the field.
You're funny.
You know, the chicken still scared me worse than the horse.
They're pretty scary, and you're frankly, you should be scared of chickens. They would just pick you apart in seconds.
Oh my God! They're like, oh my God, it's a bug.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, little dog. I didn't mean to upset you.
That's how they was with Jimbo. He was frankly, and they tried to eat him. They really tried to eat him.
He's just full of funnies over here, isn't he? I've had him try and eat my feet before too. I don't know why.
Because you got little worm toes or cute little toes. You know, y'all know I got issues. Yeah, I think she's got cute toes.
Let's see. I'm behind on comments. I got derailed by the horse hobbling.
You got all derailed right before them.
Conway says, does anybody know how to make $1 million in trucking?
Don't go in business.
Conway says you start with 2. Gwen says she didn't watch Lord of the Rings.
Well, you should. It's wonderful. She should watch it right. She's never watched it.
No, I've not.
Gosh.
Daniel says that's funny, Conway. Let's see. Gary Everly says, hey, how are you two doing? Hope you're good and happy holidays.
I stole all of the Lord of the Rings books in the second grade. They were wonderful.
Dixie May says the new Top Gun movie gets me excited.
I gotta see that one. I just don't know if that, are they gonna bring Goose back for the end? And that woman's a little bit older.
And he left his paper Rand McNally at home, so I guess he is lost.
Oh, damn it. Well, when we come back through there we're not gonna be coming back through there. I'm sorry. I would drop you off one.
Oh, he said, somebody, who was it? Trucker DJ Time said, watch out for that Swift truck. President Nixon said, Hobbyland is not far away from me. Gosh, isn't modern day technology a great thing? I'm talking to you on the other side of the world.
I find that to be so spectacular. Exactly what you said. The other side of the world, and here you are.
RB says, my horse Indy sticks out her tongue when she stands there.
They're so funny. Come here, little dog. Come here, come here. Oh, you
Daniel says, tell us a funny road. Huh?
Yeah, I got too many stories. You have to pick one out, Daniel.
Road Less Traveled says, where y'all at? Florida. Conway says, woo, hauling some firewood to St. Louis tomorrow, playing in the snow. I'm a 45-year-old kid. There's snow at home, too. There's a pretty deer walking around in it that you can really see them in the snow. Charles Brandt says, behave you two. Hello, Charles Brandt.
Hey, Charles, how are you doing?
Lost and Lonely Princess, aren't y'all Southern Pride? Yes, we are. Trucker DJ Time says, you earned a share. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I think spell check
thank you very much.
Something. What?
He shared the video.
Oh, okay.
She's simple, guys.
Oh my goodness.
She's simple.
Oh my gosh. Roosters are ruthless. I got chased, and I bet he was more scared of that rooster than half of the people there. They are ruthless.
Yeah, there's one. Remember Trucker Brown's going to get eaten by a bear?
Oh my God. Trucker Brown's funniest video, best video ever. He totally did not mean to put this video, well, he meant to put the video out. But he was talking about driving on the ice was he in Montana somewhere?
Yeah.
And he just knew that he was going to slide off the road and the windshield was going to pop out, and then the bear was going to come along and eat his face.
Nothing else, just his face.
Just his face. And then he went on this whole rant because somebody was telling him that bears were hibernating, and he said it would be mountain lions or cougars or hyenas. He may have been a little bit off with the hyenas. Gonna eat him, and there's poison. He says, y'all, I'm from the city. I ain't from the country. He said, if you want to come to the city, I can tell you, yeah, that's a crackhead. Don't touch him. No, don't touch him, right? He said, but in the country, he said, I don't even know how to camp. I don't know how to drive an ATV, nothing. He said, someone's gonna kill me. Chased by a rooster? I wonder if Bronx roosters are tougher than country roosters. Let's see. John Harmon says Conway is not supposed to. Snowworks/upgrades are in. It's like an early Christmas.
Yeah,
we know what he'll be doing over the holiday.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna really have a good time doing that.
Oh, Lost and Lonely's a woman. I'm sorry, Lost and Lonely. I'm a woman too.
Sometimes you're an asshole.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I call Dixie May a woman too, and Dixie May is a man, so I'm like all confused. Don't be offended. It happened for me. Mike Datzel says we're both derailed, but his son is in the movie.
Oh, all right. Goose's son. He might look like, what's his face? Mission Impossible guy. Tom Cruise.
Conway says, yeah, I know, LOL, but they have close to 8 inches on the ground in Kirkwood, 10-4. Oh, Kirkwood, Missouri, snow.
Yeah, they got a heavy amount over there.
Road Less Traveled says, Florida, God bless you.
Flip-flops, guys.
We ate our supper outside.
We're spending the whole week down here.
Ooh, King of Fun says, hi from Iceland.
Oh, that's even spectacular.
Iceland. We're going to be world travelers.
Wait a minute, don't they have like reindeer over there? And
I know, isn't like Greenland full of ice and ice full of green, and it's somehow got named Funky or something. I've heard that before. It ain't true though, so who knows?
I just watched the Krampus or whatever with
the Christmas. He's a mean Krampus.
No, this was not. It was a Krump. It was he was nice, but apparently they was in Iceland or somewhere because me and Caleb watched it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had reindeer and this little Icelandic girl, and it was really cute.
John Harmon says he's in Illinois. Roads are good now. Charles Grant says he's good. He's on medical leave right now till at least the 2nd. But other than that, he's doing good. Alan Minacci. Hi, Alan. He says, hi there. How are you guys doing? I hope you keep safe. Conway's laughing at road less traveled, chased by a rooster in the Bronx.
That is actually funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't picture roosters in town. But where was we at? We were up in there. We were in that dang city in the middle of the night and there was deer walking around. Remember?
That was Hartford, Connecticut. But that's not city like the Bronx. But I've seen animals in major cities before.
Conway says, hello, Iceland from Perryville, Missouri. Lost and Lonely says, does Mr. David Hodgman still own the company? He is an old friend. Yes, I'm from a day of long ago. I have no idea. Okay. Does he still own it? I think so.
He owns a portion of it.
He at least owns a portion of it. Is he the one that lives in Florida?
Yes. He actually started the company.
Yeah, I think, yeah, okay.
And he took Tom on a partner.
Then, I imagine he's probably sitting at home dabbling in it, though. Getting a tan and swimming in his pool.
Probably.
Doesn't everybody in Florida have a pool?
Mostly. According to Daniel, they have a thing called Florida Room down here. I've been passing them all afternoon. And it's like a big room on the back of your house that's screened in.
I've seen them. I thought those were all pool rooms.
A lot of them have.
And I thought it was screened in so the alligators wouldn't get in your pool and then you couldn't go swim because they'd bite your toes off.
The screen is going to protect you from the alligators, apparently, not the bugs.
Oh, don't be a smart bud. I will reach over there and smack you. When we reckon a minute, it's going to choking him.
No, we're not wrecking. No. You are a smart bud, girl.
Conway says, country roosters are bigger.
They are. Yes.
Harvey says, I'm actually probably going to make Autumn cry. I had a painting of Lacey made for her birthday, but I didn't get it done in time, so I'm going to give it for her for Christmas/birthday present. I don't know. Them city roosters might be big. Don't they got a lot of bugs and mice problems and stuff up there?
Well, them roosters will eat a mouse.
You let some guineas or chickens surround something in the yard, you know something's getting ready to go down, and they go take it down.
They'd be a pretty good watchdog.
And if you got any sense, you're going to be scared of them. Even if you don't want to be scared of them, you're going to be scared of them.
Yeah.
Conway says, I went and hit that like button. Thanks, McCarthy. Daniel says he has to jump off here. Thanks for the live feed. You guys are great. Be safe out there. Hope to see you too soon. Live. Jesse Blanton says, Jacksonville, hello, Florida. Jesse Blanton says, Alexis Harper in Florida. Road Warrior says, my truck is out of the shop. Thank you, Hunt Transportation.
Yes, he was in the shop yesterday. He's ready to roll.
Only the Lonely says, I'm spreading love state to state. Conway.
I used to do that when I was a younger man.
Only the Lonely is a lady.
Well, I used to do it differently.
Let's see. I'm going to try to go to Matt's, but I finally achieved my dream and held my own with the help of my Aunt Brenda, says Parby Transport. Be safe, and I'll try to call you tomorrow. Have a good night, all. Night, Charles. He's probably done gone. I'm still behind.
I'll be here tomorrow, Charles. Feel free to call.
Jesse Blanton says, all about pearls. Uscom Facebook Live Natasha Clark. Okay. Jesse Blanton might be drinking. I'm not for sure.
It's okay. If I was parked, I would be drinking.
Conway says RLTLMAO. I bet it was a fighting rooster, huh? Them suckers will mess you up. I got you. Y'all, if you've heard some of my stories, any animal that like was a murdering, horrible animal that nobody wanted, my grandparents were like, oh my gosh, it's not that poor little animal's fault. We'll take it in.
Wait a minute. Was the monkey that way too?
Probably. I never had to fight with the monkey for my life.
Oh, it was older than you.
It was older than me. Although I'm told that if you had it Tums, that thing would literally fight you for it. And I have a feeling it would win most of the time.
Okay.
Much in the house or would randomly attack you like the cat for no apparent reason. They don't know no better. So we ended up with all these animals. And you always have to be on alert because it might be a fight to the death at any given time with any given animal. So yes, it was a fighting rooster. And it had his big back claws. As I'm running around the yard screaming like a banshee, all of a sudden Grandpa pops out of somewhere with a leaf rake and goes to hitting the rooster. So I'm running through the yard. The rooster's running after me. Grandpa's running after the rooster, hitting it with a leaf rake, and feathers are flying everywhere. Could you imagine if we had video cameras and YouTube back then?
Yeah.
That would have been a good one.
They had American Funniest Videos back then.
Yeah, but you had to have that video camera on your shoulder and stuff. It wouldn't have been quick enough.
That's true.
Let's see. Road Warrior says, girl's going to poke you in the eyes with a fork. Watch out. Road Less Travel says, sorry cooking, I'm in and out. Making sausage and peppers before I hit the road and drinking mass amounts of whiskey.
He's gonna hit the road with mass amounts of whiskey. That's
Conway says, a different kind of rooster. Trucker DJ Time says, have a safe trip and may the gods be with you all. Lost and Lonely. Sweet. He's strawberry wine. Been in 3 movies. He had a 600 Cummins chrome plated 2 sticks. That girl was sweet. Yes, I had the honor of driving her. David is top shelf. There's pictures of him in the office and stuff, I think. I think we've seen stuff of him.
I seen something with the Smokey the Bandit, but that's about all. But I haven't, I don't get around too much.
Byron James says, cement rolling slow in mow, about ready, go back on the road. Last traveled, he's talking about, he said it was the Mexicans around here raising fighting roosters. He got loose and tried to rob me. So me and Road Less Traveled both tried to get attacked by fighting roosters. We live in the sticks. I don't even know how we ended up with fighting roosters.
The Road Less Traveled, he grew up over on Hunts Point, so that definitely makes a lot of sense.
We had fighting roosters and guineas and peacocks and chickens, and the chickens had their what's it called? Is it called the rest? Their perches. They had their perches. My grandma couldn't get under there, and I was little, so she'd make me climb under there, and I was always scared to poke the chickens. I was afraid they'd poke my eye out, trying for stealing their eggs from under them.
Well, that's what chickens do.
Poke eyes out?
Yeah.
It's very uncalled for.
If they want to do it, they can do it.
I know they can.
They're tough.
Doug Miller says, howdy from Portage, Indiana. Road Less Traveled says, hit the like button.
These chickens just run away, though. Unless you're freckly and 3 years old.
Unless you're freckly and look like you got bugs all over you or something. Oh, look, it's a spot. I better check and see if that's a bug. I don't know. There was dogs running around, too. They may have learned to just fight for their lives, too. There's a dog. There's a peacock. There's a horse and a cow and everything else. If
a dog ain't looking, the chicken will take all of his food. They will take all the dog food.
Let's see. What city are you near and what interstate are you on? I'm looking on a map to see where you are. Where are you headed for? I missed the start of the live feed. We're between Orlando and Miami. I don't know what road we're on. Some road. What road are we on?
27.
27? I don't ever know where I'm at.
But I don't know what town it is.
It's 100.
Oh, yeah, 160 miles. Yeah.
Let's see. Conway says says, hey, Portage, Indiana. I have a cousin whose name is Doug Miller here in Perryville, Missouri. Isn't it weird when you find people with the same name?
It is.
I mean, you know that they're out there, right?
Yeah.
But when you actually come across them, it's kind of weird. Has anybody came across their doppelganger? Or doppelganger? What is it called?
Doppelganger.
Whatever it's called. Has anybody ever seen those? Like you walk up and it's you?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
Conway says right on. Yeah, that's an hour south of St. Charles, 10-4. Yeah, man, crazy, ain't it? Oh, Doug Miller is from Conway. I'm from Missouri too. Not Perryville though. My stomping grounds are just west of Hannibal. Oh, so look, Doug Miller used to live close to Doug Miller.
And Daniel he grew up over there too, see?
Scott Reel says hi, guys.
Over by St. Charles. Or not St. Charles, that's St. Louis.
Daniel
south.
says we're in Sebring.
I wouldn't go tell everybody. But yes, that's where I'm at. I'm at Sebring, Daniel.
I don't know where we're at. Doug Miller says, anybody else getting the spinning wheel? Yeah. Okay, are we going?
Oh, it's going at the
It's
moment.
buffering. You might have to X out and cut in. That's what I did a minute ago, and mine's doing okay for the moment. It's not.
Hey, Scott, real
showing on here that it's okay.
Beard is in the room. How are you doing, Jeff Beard?
Daniel says, I grew up in Malden, Missouri.
Ryan James, the girl's behind on her comments because she gets distracted by.
I'm not behind. I'm almost caught up. Jeff Beard says he's changing his name to Stronger by the Meat.
Honey,
Brian James says Hillsboro.
what is that says?
I think it was a book, and they made it into a movie. Daniel says he likes meatloaf. Conway says McCarthy grew up an hour south of here, 10-4. So Daniel knows what, and Conway know where each other's at. Scott Reel says he's doing well. Daniel says 10-4 Conway.
We're all river people.
Scott Reel says it's cold in Waco.
Well, it's not over here in Florida. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's dropped 2 degrees. It's 78. I'm appalled. Oh, look, there's an AmFed. It's open. There ain't nobody at that one.
This is the time of year to be here. This is when the snowbirds should come down here right now.
Doug Miller told me I was a squirrel. It's true. It's true.
It is.
I'm horrible. My motorcycle vlogs, I'll be talking, and I just belt out. Yo, I got hit by a lawnmower rock one day, and I'm in the middle of telling someone, I don't even know I saw, and mid-sentence, you just hear me yell, MF'er, and start cussing. It really hurts to get hit by a flying lawnmower. The lawnmower rock hurt. I'm a very delicate girl.
You bruise easy.
Scott Reel says, lucky dog. Rudy Esperanza. How do you say it? I like it, but I can't say it right.
You probably pretty close.
No, you gotta have a better. I can't say it properly.
I can't do the row.
He says,
Rudy Esperanza.
No, you say it worse than I do. He says hello from El Paso. I really want to say your name how it's supposed to be said, but I can't do it.
Let me look at it and see if I can say it.
Scott Reel says I'll be rolling east in January, Perry, Florida. Daniel says he grew up on the Mississippi River, Black River, and the St. Francis River, and every ditch and rabbit trail.
People have in common is we all grew up with the same experiences, doing the same naughty things, and eating the same food, and hunting on the same kind of ground. That's always the things that tie people together interest me.
Mike Datzel says delicate but tough. James Cross says hello from South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Is it snowing up there, or is it actually not snowing in the Dakotas right now?
I don't
The rest of the country is snowing.
It didn't yesterday, I don't think. But
Doug Miller says he busted a car window with a rock thrown from his lawnmower when he was a kid. I bet your mom got mad. Seen it like how you see just out of the corner of your eye, I seen something coming, like you see a bug or something. It was a dang lawnmower rock. I'm glad it didn't hit me in the neck or something, though, because I probably would have fell over. That would have hurt. The thigh was bad enough. You know what? I am going to push him over one day on his bike possibly over a small cliff. I don't want to cause too much damage because I'm still going to make him work.
No. After we got these new tarps, I realized you're not going to do that to me because I have a hard time throwing these tarps up there. You wouldn't be able to ever do it.
You know what? I may not be able to throw them up there, but I guarantee you some forklift driver will let me roll across his forklift and help me yank it down on top of it off the forklift forks. So, called being creative. I don't need muscle when I got brains.
Oh, you got brains?
That's right, I got brains, not brawn.
Oh my God. We got more Florida rain.
I see that. Daniel says headbutt him or punch him in the ribs. Get it on film.
Daniel will always want you to hurt me.
I have to be nice to him. He's all whiny because the other day I made him take the headlight stuff apart because the headlight went off and we got some little sensor in here that tells us as I was going down the road. It said, "Oh, beam fault," and I'm like, "Well, where'd that come from?" He cut his finger, so now every time he touches it, he goes, "Oh." And what was you saying about me being a wussy?
I almost took my whole knuckle off.
You hear this?
Cut it. It's a whole knuckle. I had to wear Kermit the Frog Band-Aids.
Y'all, it's barely a scratch.
It's down to the bone.
It's getting deep in here. I got to get my boots on. My winter snow boots that are waterproof because it's getting deep in here. Doug Miller said she wasn't too mad. It was an old car. Daniel, I already read that one. James Cross said it snowed yesterday a little, but it's cold now. Jeff says you don't need muscle when you have cleavage.
Jeff, you're funny. True, I know, it's true.
You gotta work with what you got. And someone got big tarps this time instead of our regular tarps.
I don't know what you speak of.
This tarp is heavier than our last tarp anyway. I couldn't put him up there. Conway says, hold on, he's lacing up his boots now. It's spilling over to his house.
Yeah.
Daniel says, why are you swerving from lane to lane? He's just kidding. Because he's a maniac driver, Daniel. You're not kidding, because trust me, earlier, I don't know what he was doing. I was in bed and I woke up and I had to use the little girl's room, and I swear I bounced off of opposite walls 3 times before I even made it to the bathroom.
I must have knew you were up.
And then when I opened the door and I went to step up, I fell backwards again because there's a step up to get into the bathroom. Did you just say that you tried to knock me over?
What?
Is that what you said?
What?
Oh my gosh. Now it's all quiet. Daniel says, for real, I have to go this time. Be safe down there. Bye, Daniel.
Good night, Daniel.
Scott says he delivered surgical implants and instruments to San Antonio last night. Surgical implants, like fake boobs or like fake teeth?
Probably boobs.
Huh.
That's kind of an interesting job.
What was it? We had a load that came out of somewhere with a bunch of, wasn't it going to a Walmart or something with a bunch of paperwork, and we kept saying it was adult toys?
Yes.
Because you couldn't look in it, and you couldn't, it was all like sealed and secretive, like it was some, like pharmaceuticals, they put trackers inside of it, and you have to give them your cell phone number, and they track your phones and everything. They didn't do any of that, but.
I think it was a secret load of Joy Jelly.
But you know what?
What?
The stuff people steal nowadays is getting kind of crazy. That laundry soap, Tide, is one of the most stolen things. And in Ohio, I went to get some face lotion because after I take a shower and scrub my face off, I put some lotion on it. At Christmas time, I wasn't going to wait on somebody to come and unlock the cabinet. There's your truck stop, see it?
Yeah.
So I could get some face lotion.
Let's see, we have guns so like that's who's robbing Walmart is the gun guys.
And the beauty gurus.
The beauty gurus, right.
Oh, I just read that one. Mike Gatzel says, big bunk pinball. That's what it felt like. It really started raining now, didn't it?
Yeah, just all of a sudden.
Scott Reel says, no, orthopedic. So he didn't get to play with any fake boobies.
No, he had lessons. And maybe they like break your knee, put your new knee in there or something.
I knew a guy that had a deteriorating disc in his
Look,
spine.
see that sign for bears.
Yeah.
Bears.
Where's their bears? I only see a bear.
That's a polar bear. There's a polar bear on that side. Not a brown bear. Or a black bear.
It wasn't white. You mean
No,
the outline was a
but they
polar
have
bear?
a different shade. Yeah.
Listen to this bear expert over here, guys.
That was a fat ass bear.
Are you also afraid that a bear's going to come and eat your face off?
Yes.
You got to know your kinds. Actually, he is scared of bears.
I'm scared of bears.
He wants to make friends with the rattlesnakes when we see him, but the bears he's afraid of.
I'm not near as afraid of black bears. I'm not scared of them unless they got a baby. They'll run. Black bears will run from you if you yell at them. Brown bears will attack you and eat you.
If you yell at them. What if you're just like me and scream like a banshee?
They're going to attack you and eat you.
I'll flail around and make myself look big too.
No, that don't work. It works for black bears. Don't work for brown bears.
Oh. Well, little dog will bite its paw.
You might get away. Let's chase a little.
We had, what was it, a Great Pyrenees at the house one day, and little dog ran outside and bit its dew claw. Because that's the only thing he could reach.
He did do that.
He did. He is fearless. And that the dang thing's paw was as big as little dog was. He did. He said, "This is my house." And he ran outside and bit its paw, or its dew claw. James Cross says, "What's your opinion on the new regulations on the ELD?"
I don't like the fact that we have ELDs. I don't mind them though, if you're a team, but otherwise they would really cost you money. I feel like the ELDs, I know the ELDs aren't there for safety. I have videos about it. You read the government papers on it. They're not there for safety. They're just there for control. But they would take over more of the owner-operator niche that they wanted the customer base.
Well, and ours was something else, and it switched over a couple months ago. And I know a lot of other people's was doing the same thing. And like now, if I push the brake and pull up from the fuel island to like the next parking spot, it'll kick me back on duty.
Yeah, but see, we can just go on off duty.
Yeah, we have off duty time driving, so we can go off duty. But I'm sure a lot of the mega carriers don't do that because people would abuse it. You know.
Yeah.
All it takes is one guy to mess it up for everybody.
Right. But you're going to find that when they relax the hours of service here in the next few months, you're going to be, you'll see, you'll be able to drive, and then you can.
In Canada, don't they have like a 16-hour day or something anyway?
Canada has a different system than we do.
Because our logs are made where we can switch over to them if we run to Canada, and it's totally different up there. Which I think it's BS because it's not safe to drive. However, if you're hauling hay during a drought, or if you're hauling propane to Illinois when there's it's a cold streak and there ain't enough or something like that, all of a sudden you can drive. It didn't make you any safe. No, but for safety.
It's not about safety though. It's about control.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The point is it's not about safety. Otherwise, you could never change it.
Right. And how about this? If you drive a truck and you go and mow yards all Saturday, right? You get paid.
You're supposed to log that.
But now you can go to Canada, change over to a whole different type of logbook, right?
Yep.
And so that in a sense, now you have 3 logbooks in your truck, and you're illegal if you have more than one, right? So now you've got a paper backup, you've got a Canadian logbook, and you've got an American logbook.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't know.
I could find some way to abuse that.
For the moment, we're too long to go into Canada now.
Oh, they're loosening those restrictions up, though. They are.
Are they?
Yes,
Have they done it yet?
Yeah. According to a Canadian driver, they have, but he didn't know about how much. But he said they was now getting these trucks up.
I gotta get back to comments. I'm behind for a minute.
Get up on it.
Let's see. Doug Miller has a broken starter on the truck. He's hanging out in the motel room. Miss Lady, hello. Good evening. Do I hear the lady talking? Hello, Miss Lady. I'm here. Scott Real said no BB playtime for him. Conway says it's been a real good time, but he's got to kick rocks. Time to make better. Come on. Miss Lady says, are y'all talking about Bigfoot?
No, but we can't, Miss Lady.
Doug Miller says hillbilly stir fry sounds like.
There's nothing wrong with some raccoon in your stir fry.
John Harmon says 10-4 Conway, be safe. Hope it's not big rocks you're kicking. Scott Real says, I agree with TRC. ELD does hamper the solo. The night before to pick up or deliver or whatever, so you have to start your clock to get regardless, right? And then you sit there for 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 hours getting unloaded, go to your next spot to get loaded and set for another how long?
But that's going to change to where you should stop your clock sometime soon. I'll be ready to do that video when it pops up.
Conway, no big Griffin's my favorite. I won't touch my phone once I touch chicken. However, if this ends in the meantime, peace. Scott Real says, if you're sleepy, pull over. I like to drive 5 hours and rest 5 hours.
That's right. You will be able to do that. That's good.
Conway says, hey, Doug Miller. LOL, my cousin is in Naperville, Illinois, in a motel room, too. Well, that's funny. He sells firewood on the Chicago suburban areas. I used to, too. You make enough money coming up from Missouri to sell firewood? Really?
Yes.
To the suburbs, I guess they wouldn't have anywhere to get the trees, right?
I tried to get some guys to work with me when the tornado came through, and I got all the equipment, right? But I couldn't find nobody that would drive loads to Chicago for me or split wood.
Did you tell Road Less Traveled what he needs to do up there in New York City?
What did I tell him?
I said, did you? I didn't say you did.
What am I
said,
supposed
did
to tell
you?
him?
About the trash.
Oh, no, I haven't talked to him about that. I can't.
Doug Miller says, fun times. Conway says, yes, no hardwoods in Chicago. None like Missouri.
Yeah, we got plenty of wood in our area to cut.
In our area, yeah, just like you said, if there's a tornado or something, people will just beg for you to come and cut.
One storm and you can get
And we got trees everywhere.
years worth of storms, trees, hardwoods. And you can like cut it. You know how they cut cocaine down or crack and they add to it. You can add a little pine in there and they'll never even notice. Maybe a quarter, you know.
Look at you talking about cutting your cocaine with.
I'm cutting my hardwood though.
Yo, we got ghetto on one side talking about it and hillbilly on the other. We got fighting roosters and cocaine and hardwood. This is an odd conversation. That's funny. Can get a well. Actually, they might have cocaine up there too in the suburbs. That's
Well, they do.
that's like
Well, kind of.
cocaine was the go fast drug.
It was the diet
Clean the
drugs and
house.
bonds.
Clean the house and lose weight all at once drug.
Yeah. Then
You can have sparkly white bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from meth heaven. Women joke about going on the meth diet all the time.
Women actually joke about that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, that's not. I just can't imagine that. Welcome to Lake Placid. Ain't this where the big alligator
It's where the
is?
giant alligator was, and it ate people.
That's right, the big alligator.
It could probably eat our truck. We should not stop here. Let's see.
We can throw Walter at it. Right.
No, Walter. You hear him trying to get rid of my Walter? Karen Price says hello, everyone. Conway says yes, it's funny.
Hey Karen Price, how are you doing today?
Mike said hi to Karen. Karen, I think that you're out of the snow up there for the moment, aren't you? You done sent it to south to the rest of the entire country?
It snows on Karen Price every day.
So I'm sure she has leftovers enough for all year long. My dad used to live up north. What'd he say? 30 miles from the Canadian border or something?
I thought he lived in South Dakota. It's North Dakota.
Yeah, it was North
Was it by
Dakota.
Minot?
Minot was like the nearest big town. That's not where he actually lived. He
Yeah.
lived out. I don't know. He can tell me the name of it, but I don't remember what it
He
is.
was nowhere in North Dakota.
Yeah, no, in North Dakota. He said he was 30 miles from the border. He said that even if it didn't snow, you might get snowed in because it would just blow it around everywhere, and it would end up, you'd have to go clean your driveway out again because it done blew another
20 feet across your driveway.
Yeah, that's it.
Amazing.
Scott Real says, hi, Walter, Grace, and little dog. They said hello. They're happy. They got some livers and gizzards today. Mike says, every conversation is a real adventure with y'all, TRC and Princess.
You just never know which way it's going to go.
President Nixon says, lost. Is he lost in our conversation?
He might be. Mr. Nixon, we
I go sideways all the time.
Yeah, we go all over the place. That's why the girl is a squirrel. She's all over the place.
I'm like, oh look, it's a butterfly. I'm surprised I can ride a motorcycle. I can't vlog in town though because I can't like tell myself about shifting and clutching and braking and everything, and I can't do a moto vlog while I'm in town and do all my clutching and shifting and braking and whatnot.
Yes, you're welcome to my evening.
Karen says she's glad I'm keeping you in line tonight. Scott Real says we rock though. Harvey said here soon, picking up 2 trucks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we actually saw some full truck stops in the snow. That's the first time we saw full truck stops for how long?
But they were full because the roads were empty, baby.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the only time we saw them is for the snow when people were and ice. People were just stopping.
Yeah.
Dixie May did that thing about like what he said, 25 trucks or something in there.
Yeah, Dixie May saw that. He's seen the empty truck stops. He really understood. Look at all the water we're going over. It's like mosquito traps everywhere.
They got docks out to the left of us. You can kind of see.
All right.
How big of a problem are alligators down in Florida? Like, when I was young, you always thought quicksand was a big problem if you watched TV. I've never been encapsulated or get my foot in quicksand or nothing.
I've been in like
How far did you sink?
I sunk up to my belly button real quick.
Was it in a horse field?
No, it was on a bit of mud on the river. I was fishing, and I was walking across the mud. It was sandy mud.
Really?
Yeah, but it was much worse than what you see on television with the quicksand, right?
How'd you get out?
I lost my clothes. I came out naked.
You just...
It kept everything.
You're freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I felt lucky to get out there. I really did.
You're so cute. I love you. I'm so glad you got out of that quick mud. I've never seen quicksand in my life, but you remember, I had like aluminum foil bunny ear TV in black and white, right? And until I was with Grandma and Grandpa, I never watched color TV, or we didn't have cable or nothing. Everybody was always getting stuck in quicksand or falling down. Lassie, is Timmy in trouble?
Timmy's always in trouble.
Lassie, I'm surprised Lassie didn't get tired of Timmy.
Timmy was a good little boy. He was so cute.
How did he fall down so many wells and get stuck in so many predicaments? How did Timmy survive?
Timmy didn't get in a lot of trouble. He was a good little boy. But Lassie was rescuing other people.
Oh. Rob Fry said Mr. Nix Barbie. P. Barbie. I can't say it right. You know who I mean.
Yeah, like a cow brand.
A 96 Kenworth 9L and 97 Kenworth 9L.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty cool.
Well, guys, I have to run. Have a few things to do tomorrow. Bye, Barbie.
Bye, Barbie. You love me.
Barbie's Barbie. President Nixon said lost last week in New Zealand. Oh! We want to be in New Zealand. And where else was we? Iceland and New Zealand.
Iceland, yeah. Down over here, but I've never been to Iceland yet. What was I thinking? I should have went to Iceland. I mean, Netherlands.
I'm going to go listen to those Scottish people talk. Do they talk like they do in the movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Laird?
Yes.
I'm not going to call you Laird.
You will if I tell you to.
later, TRC.
You know I'm king of your hill.
Harvey says, thanks, Mike. They'll go well with the 98 Pete and the 01 Pete. And Mike says, 10-4. And I'm not caught up now. What do you think of that?
I think
Now I'm going to get a drink of coffee. I need to.
Look, there's a better loves up ahead than Arby's.
I like Arby's.
Oh, you already ate.
I like Arby's loaded Italian with no bun. There's trucks parked there. Are they for sale or motel?
They're there. They probably got local girls coming over to see them or something.
Oh my gosh, he thinks everybody's a hooker. If you wasn't with me, you'd probably think I was a hooker walking around.
Yeah, I do believe that we all hooker something, right? I drive a truck. The plumber is a truck driving plumber. I mean, a hooker and truck plumber, right? Because he's selling his services.
Okay, a hooker is generally a lady of the night, not a plumber who's showing off his butt crack under the sink for you.
But she's selling her attributes, her skills, right? Well,
that's called an independent contractor.
All right, she's an independent contractor, definitely. So the plumber's the same thing.
He's an independent contractor?
Right.
So then we can't call them hookers. We'll start calling them independent contractors.
If the plumber is working under somebody else, then he has a pimp. Right?
Oh my gosh. Y'all, it's just getting deep. I guess talk like that. Brandon White says, hey y'all, Ted Blankman. How do you two? Now I know it's warm down there. They bring that warmth back up here. It's 28 degrees right now. Nice. Mike says his family originated in Scotland. Do they wear the kilts still? Play the bagpipes? Do they wear underwear under them kilts?
You have to ask an Irishman.
Y'all should see his face. Because we've been watching the Outlander and none of them wear nothing under their kilts. And I don't know how it doesn't get cold over there. Or up there, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm still caught up.
Up there, under there, you're just not sure.
You know, over yonder, where they ain't got their no skivvies on, might get a little breeze, don't you think?
Maybe.
You only took a bath like 2 or 3 times a year, right? In the summer, I guess you could go for dips in the creek more, but in the winter, you just sponged off and called it good for the year, right?
Are you saying the dirt would keep you warm?
Well, I think here's another polar bear.
Yes. See how big his shoulders are? That is not a black bear. Not a black bear at all.
Are you saying that whoever did that sign don't know what they're talking about?
Yes, I am. They used the wrong bear off of the thingy.
He says yes on the kilts that they wear them, and he don't want to know if they wear underbreeches under them. Lawson Lonely says, how does a lady find an independent contractor, Miss Prissy? Well, if you're a lady and you walk through the truck stop, I'm sure that someone will be interested. An independent contractor. TRC claims back in the day that you saw hookers all the time, you know, walking around beating on doors and everything. But once what's that thing called? Craigslist, isn't that it? Once Craigslist came out, that now, I mean, we've actually seen them, and you see them either looking at their phone or talking on their phone. Now, when I walk to the truck, I walk like I know what I'm doing, right? You can kind of tell if somebody's walking to a truck and it's theirs, right? But the people that aren't, that are Craigslist people, it's like some random girl walking around looking her in every different direction, and she's walking down this aisle and that aisle, and she finally finds her truck and gets it.
We have more lot lizards under Republican presidents because they cut food stamps. So when Clinton came into the service, lot lizards got rare. And then Craigslist came along later, and they got even more rare. And then they totally disappeared almost everywhere when Obama got in. So they ought to be selling their wares again more with this president, but I don't know.
Well, supposedly Illinois is going to make people start working or kick them off of food stamps if they're not disabled. But I don't know if they're going to or not. I can't believe it because Illinois is ran by. That's where Obama's from.
Yeah, but he just bought a new house, and I think it's in Illinois.
Oh, he just bought a new house and needs somebody to pay for it. Oh, Lawson Lonely says I should have said minus the butt crack. Oh, she wants a contractor for the house.
Oh.
Michael Semi-Truck Driver says, hola.
Hey, James Hickey, how are you doing today?
James, the other day I was reading on Facebook and I told TRC that I need to start doing this. It said hickeys are outdated. You need to give your man a black eye. Let them other bitches know you're serious.
Wow, you're kind of rough.
I thought it was funny.
You're awesome.
I liked it. It was a good one.
You want to give your man a black eye, don't you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just when he gets mouthy.
Oh,
His place is back there tarping up these engines because I don't want to do it because I can't never get it done tight enough because my little fingers aren't strong enough.
I'm glad I have value.
Thank goodness. If you broke that finger to the bone too bad, then you'd lose it.
That'd be terrible.
James Hickey says, great. It's getting dark out there.
Hey, Michael, semi-truck driver, how are you doing? I know, we're on the wrong channel tonight, right?
I'm going to dim my phone. It was lighter when we started. Now it's too bright in my eyeball. Yo, I got a new phone. I don't even know how to work most of the stuff on it.
She threw her phone out the window, guys.
I did not throw it out the window. It was trying to escape me for some reason. And in its dash for freedom, it pretty much maimed itself beyond repair. It jumped from the window. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That sounds like an abuse story from a mean husband. Oh, I didn't mean to hit her. She jumped in front of my car, so I ran her down.
You know what? When we had the short truck, he was always like, oh my God, I can't believe you do that to your phone. Because I'd look at whatever, and I'd be done, and I'd throw it back towards the bed. You remember that?
Yeah.
And he'd always be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? I never broke it.
Well, you made up for it. You made up for it in one fell swoop.
Yo, wait a minute. My phone fell out of the truck, like what, 10 feet to the ground?
Yeah.
This guy over here has a phone that's cracked just as bad or worse than mine was, except he's still using it. He never dropped it all the way out of the truck to the ground. The screen where you like unlock it, there's a big like thumbprint there, like, I don't know.
It fell off the dash 3 times. Walter drug it off the
Oh,
dash.
don't blame Wawa. Wawa did not tear your phone up.
I'm still using it.
I know you're still using it, but that don't mean that you get to like. So if you pick on me for me tearing my phone up, I get to pick on you.
It's there, but it's all right.
I'm gonna read them in a second. I'm gonna argue with you
No,
first,
I mean,
though.
it's where it's broken at, right here.
Oh, you mean like if you're just looking
Yeah.
because there's all the squigglies in it?
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything
I
with
could have that
mine.
repaired.
You could, but
Yeah.
you really like this new phone too, though.
I love the new phone. It's spectacular. It does so many things.
Team time speed minus the rain.
Yeah, it does. And it's warmer. It's way warmer. It's 76 degrees. It's warmer for that. Look, guys, it's the nativity scene. Let's go over and lay in it.
It is an nativity scene. Mike says TRC crashes drones. Thank you, Mike. Yes, he does. And you know what he said before? It's got anti-crash software in it, which probably
your fault.
No, wasn't. I'm not done
Chase
talking.
the bird.
I'm not done talking. And if it was a solid object, it might have worked. But on a chain link fence, it probably don't bounce the waves back to register that there's a chain link.
You made me chase the bird. Oh, look, it's a bird. Chase the bird, Daddy. She's so mean. Chase the bird.
That bird could kill that drone. Don't even act like I mean. And y'all, you know that's an excuse because I tell him to do all sorts of stuff. That's the one thing he listens to is chase the bird.
It brung out the 7-year-old boy in me.
Chase the bird. The 7-year boy in him also tells me regularly that he wants to tie my hair and not to put bubble gum in it. See, y'all just get one side of the story from him. what are we duking it out about tonight? He crashes drones and blames me. He blames me for all his inadequacies.
I haven't crashed a drone since I crashed the drone. I haven't crashed it again.
Dixie May says F Happy Pappy.
I don't know what.
Is Happy Pappy in here?
I don't see Happy Pappy.
Mike is laughing. Brandon White says, had a bird about take my drone out. LOL. I've kind of wondered if some of them big birds would go and smack them, you know? The drones?
Yeah.
Mike, or not Mike, Brandon White said he had a bird about to take his drone out.
Oh,
I could see him chasing it. Because some of them birds are territorial and they'll fight with each other.
You know, at home we should fire the drone up and chase the big blackbirds. The
crows?
No, the big blackbirds.
Oh, the buzzards.
The buzzards.
They'd probably try and eat it.
No, they're chicken shit. Let's attack the buzzard.
They'll puke on it.
He'll fly away. He's got an avoidance system.
Let's chase the bird. The closest we've got to a bird is on the top of the TA, isn't it? Remember that?
Yeah, in Salt Lake City, that was a goony bird, a seagull.
Seagulls?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are buzzards at the house. There's hawks too now. Hawks snatch it. But the buzzards, they're just buttholes.
What's Dixie saying over there? He's like it. He's Hey Dixie, we like Happy Pappy, okay. We like him, okay. I don't
Comment on my service.
Oh, maybe you're talking about a different Happy Pappy. But the one that lives down here in Florida is okay with us.
I've chased bats with mine.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Bats kind of fly like butterflies, like they're drunk.
Just in your head, they know what they're doing.
But then they look all awkward.
Yeah, but some cartoon bats look kind of awkward.
Donald Peck says birds. Mike Datzel says we have buzzards down here. Dixie May says he's talking about speed limits in Manila.
Oh.
I live in Manila, ain't no speed limits in PL.
I don't know.
Is he a car hauler?
Happy Pappy? No, Happy Pappy is retired. He lives down here in Florida. Well, that's the different Happy Pappy.
Oh, Philippines. Dixie, I know who you're talking about. That dude. I don't know what to say.
The Happy Pappy I'm talking about don't make videos.
Derek Smith says, good evening, y'all. There might be two people with the same name.
Right. Yeah, it's like when you get midnight riders. One night we had 4 midnight riders in the room, and they all had a different color emoji thing, but they were all different, you know?
Yeah. We have a Happy Pappy that comes over. He's just an older retired guy.
Yeah.
Derek Smith says, good evening, y'all.
Oh, Derek Smith, how are you doing today? See, we need a big mic. That's what we need. We're gonna have to get one. I can mount right here.
Mount it up there.
Okay, I'll mount it up there and point down.
Like on the bottom of the CD, and then
Yeah,
you
right.
can adjust it.
I can do that.
He's in here trying to make our truck into a
Studio.
studio.
Just a studio.
Studio.
Quarter flash on the hour.
Oh, you're gonna do a what?
I was gonna do quarter flash on the hour, but we done passed it.
What's quarter flash on the hour?
On my heart, I'm gonna swallow my tears. You don't know that
You're
song?
just we're gonna play the song?
Yeah, take the station I did it. Well, not on this channel. This channel monetized you. That's on the other channel.
Derek Smith is good. He's stuck in Colorado right now. Because of the weather or just waiting?
Weather in Colorado.
Is it? Is that where we went through and all the signs said severe storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, where was we going to that day?
We were going to Dallas.
Texas.
was going to Dallas, Texas that day, and when I was driving through, there was all those signs on the side of the road talking about severe weather coming.
I don't think it stops.
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
And this is Monday?
Yeah. Tuesday, Monday.
I said this. No, it's Tuesday. We were in. Didn't we say Monday?
Yeah.
Here, this will tell us what day it is. Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
I'm sure it's Tuesday.
Warwick Jones says, "Good day, you pair."
Hey, Warwick Jones, how are you doing today?
Good day. I love listening to people's accents.
You do.
I do.
I do too.
I randomly pick out people at the store, and it's like my ear suddenly gets drawn to it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to listen to this guy talk.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't take you to somewhere like Ireland or Scotland because you'd be like, I'm going to wander off with this guy. But it's all right because I'd be wandering off with a sister, right?
There'd be some bar wench over there.
No, I like the girl that cut my hair, right? She was from England. And she said, I could listen to you talk all day long.
Oh, you'll be exotical to them?
I was exotical. Yeah, we're exotical, see.
You're so funny. Derek Smith, he says he can't find a half-decent flatbed load in Colorado.
Oh, no, there is no half-decent flatbed load in Colorado. There is not.
Well, what should he do?
Leave.
Where should he go?
300 miles away. Where's a good place?
We're quietly thinking over here.
Dallas, Oklahoma City. There's nothing out there. How much did you get going into Colorado? If you got $2.50 a mile going into Colorado, it won't hurt you to bounce or to take a cheap load out.
Yeah, apparently someone with the same name of Happy Pappy trolls elsewhere, but I don't think it's our Happy Pappy because they act like he makes videos.
Yeah, ours don't make videos. And he wouldn't be mean to anybody.
Michael, he ain't said, or not Michael. Derek didn't see how much you got going in yet.
Oh, there's not anything good, not nowhere.
What would you do if you were stuck in Colorado?
I did it.
Suck it up and leave?
Yeah, I'd leave. I wouldn't sit.
Because you ain't going to get nothing better later?
No. So, okay, what am I?
Smith, $2.80. I'm looking at a load headed to Birmingham, so it's easy to get back to Dallas for Christmas.
Oh, so, okay, well, how much are you going to get for the Alabama load? Because if it gets you home, that's great. If you got 280 out there, that would be fine. You just don't, you don't want to sit out there too long.
Dixie May says, I'm in Decatur, Alabama. Derek Smith says it's like $1 a mile.
Yeah, but if you got 280 going out, you get $1 to go to Alabama, I'd hit it and go. And Dixie May's waiting for you down there in Alabama, and he will share a code one with you. And he might pan fry you some pork chops.
Pan-fried pork chops. Yeah, because even if Derek waits, is he going to get anything better, or is he just waiting to take
Yeah,
something?
he's not going to get anything better out of there without contacts.
And this time of year's probably rough too, because people are taking even lower rates to try and get themselves back home than normal, right?
Yeah, they're going to cut the flatbed rates. And if you're going to have too much time tied up into it, like if you got to wait another day, I would just go home empty. For $1 a mile, I'm just go home. Unless it looks right now.
I think I will
will, thank you. I have my reset tonight, and I could turn and burn.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I would do. I used to deadhead home from LA all the time.
You wild child.
I was. With 2 or 3 logbooks, you could be back home and be loaded again on Monday. Go back to LA.
Listen to him.
Hey, I had a good contract out of Jackson, Tennessee, and it really did. It paid great. So.
Oh, look. He's stopping at the railroad tracks like a good boy.
I don't know anything about them things.
Buses and hazardous materials have to stop the railroad tracks.
I don't know. I can't let my hazmat.
You know what? Actually, in Illinois, buses have to stop the railroad tracks, but in Indiana, they don't.
No, it's not everywhere.
Yeah, so it confuses me. If you're from Illinois, do you still stop the railroad tracks in Indiana?
No.
Oh, if you're from Indiana, do you know to stop at the railroad tracks in Illinois?
No. If your boss is watching, you do.
No, I mean for school buses.
I don't know.
There's several. Might be something in the ditch.
Something's in the middle of
He just pulled over to talk to somebody.
They're having a meetup.
Turner. No, his tire's screwed up or something. His landing gear was down.
Oh.
He might just decide to drop his trailer there. Maybe he's going to do a trailer swap in the middle of the road because that's how he rolls.
You know, we've had President Nixon in the room. We've had Jesus Christ in the room. And we had Satan one time.
All sorts of places. England.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the
names.
The names, right?
We've had Obama.
Oh, Barack Obama always talks. He gives me bad that he cusses me and stuff.
Carlos Menendez, wasn't he the murdering guy? Wasn't he the railroad serial killer?
I don't know. The Menendez brothers killed their parents. But Carlos Menendez is a wrestler.
Well, he can come start rooming trolls, too.
Well, yeah, but he's a troll.
Dixie May says Alabama sucks. Don't tell people in Alabama that. They have 7 stickers on every vehicle they own that says Alabama.
I like Alabama.
Eric Smith says, I did some cowboy stuff when I first started, but now I'm getting into oversized. So I'm trying to be by the book.
God bless the oversized. I like oversized.
Yeah, we do oversized. What state is it? They'll come out and measure your stuff while you're sitting on their scale. Wyoming? Is it Wyoming?
A lot of them do that. If they want to do it, they'll do it.
Somebody said in Florida they have like scanners that just scan it. Lasers?
Yeah, they got lasers.
They just tell them what it is now.
Yeah, when you drive in, their lasers shoot. That's why I was worried about this having the oil
spinner?
Yeah, I was worried about it. But it's not on here.
Dixie May says there's an oversized overhyped out of Birmingham. That overhyped experience, a lot of people, it's not super easy to find the overhyped experience. I think the over a lot easier, can't you?
Yeah. I'm going to take them off. They're killing me.
On a daily basis.
It's just the truth. You're trying to sing badly.
Oh, he didn't say that Alabama sucks. He meant Alabama loads suck.
Oh, yeah.
Like the rates or whatever coming out.
Yeah, the loads would suck out of there. Some of them. I mean, if you're from Alabama, you know where the load is. But that's why you got to have a bunch of different contacts all over the country. I've never had good contacts in Denver.
In where?
Denver. Ever. It's just somewhere I wouldn't go.
lots of scales now have the radar or the lasers. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I wonder if the ones like in Wyoming don't, because all the snow and ice and stuff. I wonder if it would kind of like the frontier chicken, right? If it had a layer of ice on it.
Nah, they probably still want to spend the money because they're trying to be thrifty.
You gotta remember, 50 years ago, they still lived in dirt houses, sandbag houses.
They have, wasn't it in Illinois? They got the ones now that check your tire temperature or something when you're rolling in, and they can tell if your tire doesn't have the proper air pressure in it by its temperature.
Yeah, Kentucky has them.
Derek Smith says, I do pretty good out of Talladega with coils. Mike said, with it being the holidays, loads will suck.
Yeah, they will. They're going to be worse than flatbed because what? We're 15,000 trucks down, so the spot market rates are actually up at the moment. And that's because of the 15,000 trucks down. Capacity, there's more freight than there is trucks at the moment. But after the new year, that's going to flatten out. Rates are going to fall again. Now, flatbed rates are a totally different subject.
He says, yeah, I need to stop chasing the money headed west. It's just hard when you see that dollar amount.
Oh, I know it. I know. But if you get some good contacts, and just take a few months and build relationships with the same dispatch, not dispatchers, but brokers or whatever. Send them cakes, send them some whiskey, buy them a hooker, whatever it takes.
You and your hookers.
If you make relationships with these people, you will do great out here. Because they hear somebody else trying to sweet talk them, right?
Send them donuts and Starbucks.
Yeah. It works.
Dixie says he does like the female company down here for sure.
Hope they sound sweet, Dixie May.
It's kind of warm. I think I drink too much coffee.
You think it's kind of warm? I think it's a little bit chilled.
I may drink too much coffee, but I don't care if you're chilly. I'm the important one.
Okay, I just turned it back one click.
Thank you. Mike says, well, y'all, it's been a blast. Keep her between the lines and catch you on the flip side. Bye, Mike.
Good night, Mike Dazzle. You have a great afternoon.
There's truck stop over there. See the red and green light?
No.
Through the trees right there?
Okay, I trust you if you say so.
You can see the red and
It has to be a truck
green.
stop. It can't be anything but a truck stop.
Because them lights are for us. And yes, it has to be a truck stop. But the southern accent gets me every time.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. Well, you ready to hang it up, girl?
Yeah, I'm starting to yawn.
All right, everybody. The girl said she's got to lay back down because, she's almost wore out.
Oh, Dixie May, that player says, I have girls here that remember me from a year ago.
Oh, my goodness, Dixie. You play or pimp you. But anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. You have a spectacular night. Y'all make sure you hit the like button, as they say, on the way out the door. Whatever, right there.
Derek
Just do
Smith
it.
says, have a good night. Thank
All
you
right.
for the help. Miss Lady says, good night. Good night, Miss Lady.
Bye, Miss Lady. We'll see you
Bye,
guys
Derek.
tomorrow. Bye-bye.